Okay, so what we're going to do today, Ankit, is really, it's all about sharing your story with our audience, right? Like to share your journey with us, because I think what you went through and what we have done for you is even better than Hollywood movies, right? Like these are like crazy stuff right here, and if people don't hear from you, they won't even believe it. Let's keep it real. So let's just start with, to start with first. First of all, thank you for joining us today, Ankit. I appreciate your time. Okay.
Anytime, Leo.
Anytime. Okay. So for those who do not understand much about you, can you introduce yourself to our audience, maybe in about 5-6 sentences? Who are you? Where you came from? What was your background? What was your study? So they have a bit of background about you.
Yep. Hi, my name is Ankit. I am actually from India. So I came here to do my master's. So I finished my master's, and then like I was looking for a job for so many years. Like I was not able to get a job in my field. So like I was like literally looking for so many years, and then at one point like I had like lost all hope. Then I came across a person called as Leo, and he explained to me about his job coaching program. And initially I had, to be honest, I had no hope because I had gone to many agents and stuff, but all like they were useless one after the others. So I expected the same here as well. So but then like after I joined, like after a few classes and stuff, I understood like this guy, you can trust him because
Oh, thank you. Okay, so before we go too much into the details, because I think that part is we save the best for last, right? Tell us a bit about your study. Like, so what degree did you study, and where did you study that degree?
I did my master's of engineering in mechanical from the university.
Got you. And that time you said that you have a bit of a hard time looking for jobs. So can you just tell people like how many jobs you were applying and what was it like to struggle at that time?
I applied for a lot of jobs in Seek or Indeed, but I was not getting like that many calls from employers. Maybe because I was just applying like via online and not doing the research, calling the company and all. Well, because at that time I didn't know how to do this. So I was
Got you.
applying like online. Like I used to apply like 5 to 10 jobs that time, and I had no hope that time.
Got you. So how do you feel like at that time? Like, do you ever feel like you're so close to giving up? Will you ever felt like that at times? You feel like that?
So nothing is, because when you apply for so many jobs and when you don't get anything, you feel a bit disappointed because like this is not like it is, because no, you're not getting, like I got like 5, 6 like first interview calls, but even then it's like after that interview they said no, because to get to the final stage.
I got you. So at that time, like, do you work somewhere else? Were you working in any other jobs at that time during that time?
I was working at Coles and also as an aged care. I was
Got
working a job, but now last few weeks I just reduced my work hours
you.
for other jobs.
Got you. So when you say you work at Coles, how many years were you working in Coles, like in the supermarket? A few years? How many years?
2 years, 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Damn. Mechanical engineer work at Coles. Okay. Do you agree with me that it's quite common to see a lot of engineer working in those odd jobs? Is it quite a common thing?
Yeah, definitely, because people, when after they finish the study, they don't get their job, like to earn the livelihood, they look up all these jobs because you have to pay for the rent and all the expenses.
Yeah.
For jobs, you don't like get a response. So to make your living, yeah, people work. So many people work.
Got you. And do you like, what do you think now? Obviously, I always say I respect people who work in Coles and Woolies. I respect those people. But tell me, like, do you think that when you work in Coles for so long, it also demotivates you as well, because you kind of getting used to, working in odd jobs and you don't feel motivated to look for your professional job? Is that true to some extent?
Because when you work the same day, you get used to it, and then like every time when you work for the same shifts, like this is your shift, and after that you feel tired and you don't even feel like applying for jobs. because
Mm.
body gets tired, and every time you're working, so your body gets tired, and then it's very hard. Like, you're a human being at last. So
Got you. And by the end of the day, like you feel like, nah, that's fine. I don't feel like applying for any more professional job. I'm happy, and all that, right? That's how you feel with that at times.
it's like,
Got you right there. So what happened? Like why? Because obviously, Ankit, you're a bit different from other rest. Is because you say that you actually went out to look for help, right? You went out to search for help to get you these professional jobs. But a lot of students, they kind of give up right from, like, they don't even look for helps. Why do you think some people don't even try to look for help? Is it because it's already very hopeless? That's why they don't do it, or what happens?
maybe they feel they won't get it.
Ah,
And
okay.
main thing is there are a lot of agents out there, but no one can help you out find a job. They all are after like your permanent residency and your migration and stuff. But no one like actually focuses on getting a job, which is important. They
Mm.
ask you to do other courses and they'll help you, but by end of the course the rules change. That's like pointless.
That's exactly right. And I always say that on my channels all the time, that all these agencies, they just ask you to do nursing,
Yep.
another trade course, another master degree. But when it comes to job, they're like, it's none of my business, isn't it?
If they ask you to do this job, you will get the course. You do this course, okay, you get your invite, this and that, and by the end of the course, I have so many friends who did this course, and by the end of the course, the rules change and they are nowhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now, before we go into a bit further, so can you be just completely honest with me? Like, how many Asians do you think you have gone to before you came to see us? Like, you got any numbers in your mind?
4 to 5.
4 to 5, right? And what is the common things they tell you all the time when you asking them for advice? What is the common thing they say to you?
Or here the rules has changed. It's very hard now. Maybe move to some other state, and
Mm,
because they want to get you into something, and they want to like they give you high hopes initially.
mm.
Then when you like, what happens is when you pay their fees and all, they show the true colors. That
Good. I got you. That's horrible. Good. Now, Ankit, now that now, just first of all, I was just wondering, how did you find us out? Was it through some friend, or was it on Facebook? How did you find out about us, first of all?
I think I was searching up on Google or something.
Mm.
Trying to move to Tasmania or something. Then I came across like I clicked on migration agents there, and then
Mm.
I came across Leo Education, and then I saw the reviews. I think then I think it's the time I called you up something. Yeah,
Yep. And then what made you what made you decide to reach out to us when you already gone to so many agents at that time? What was that
initially
clicked?
you told me like, okay, I had like uh okay, when you called me I was a bit 50-50 person. Should I or shouldn't I? Thing is, after like going to many people and like having the same experiences, like thing, you will almost like don't trust anyone. There comes a point, when you really don't trust anyone, even though the person is genuine, your mind will not make them trust. So I was like, yeah, a bit initially. I was like, okay or not. I mean, then, but after I joined the classes and all, I mean, yeah, each class, yeah, then I came across like my viewpoint changed. It's all because of the services that you provide.
Got you.
You also like you're totally 100% genuine and 100%, you are dedicated, and that's the only reason why.
Good stuff. So now let's talk about the job coaching program, because we're not going to tell them much about what's going to the result yet. Let's just talk a bit about the program first. So obviously, a lot of our students, a lot of people have known about us, and they have been using us and trusting us. And you definitely are the one of those that got the result out of many people. But if you can just sum up, our job coaching program in probably, few sentences, like, can you just tell our audience what it's really about?
Yep. This is actually about like for people those who are struggling to find jobs and don't know the actual pathway of how to like get a job. It's then it's for you. I mean, it's easy because it is like tailor made for you to get a job, like in any field. It's like there are some steps that needs to be followed, but and like there are some tips and tricks that will help you to find the job compared to the others, because you should always remember there are a lot of people applying for the same job, and to be stand out and to be ahead of the other, you have to do something special. So this job program will teach you all this thing, because before joining this program I wasn't sure many tricks what this job program had taught me. Like there are so many things, I mean, every session has something in for you, not just for the job but for your life as well.
Oh, I like that. Yes, for your life as well, isn't it?
And the good thing is, some people just say from books and from research, but like Leo, it was from his experiences. That was the thing that inspired me, because he didn't take it from anything. He was like this one day and then he became like this. So his experiences is the one that really reflects, because do something like when some book or something, then you don't really feel that much inspired, but when the person has really been through it and then he does all these things, then you feel really inspired. You feel it can be achieved.
Fantastic. Thanks for the words. So if we can boil down to maybe the top 3 or top 5, let's say top 5 takeaways you have from this program that you were like, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, this is amazing. What were those 5 things you can tell the audience for the program?
Yes, about like cold calling.
Yes, explain a bit about that. What do you mean by cold calling? What do you mean by that?
It's like you don't know. I mean, like normally before I used to just apply jobs by looking at the company and applying it on Seek. But cold calling is basically calling the employers over phone and then asking them about the job, asking them about the company, asking them a few questions like qualifying questions and all that make them know that, okay, this is the person, so that when you send your resume, they know this is the person. Okay, they remember the person out of the many hundreds of people that are applying. That is one thing. And then second thing is like looking for jobs that are not advertised.
Yes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, because many jobs, like all like the jobs that advertise are like very less. I mean, jobs that advertised are like most like about like 20%. That's I still remember 20% of jobs are not advertised, and I mean 20% is advertised, 80% is not advertised.
Yes.
Like by joining this program, you will learn how to get the jobs that are not advertised by contacting the employer, asking for jobs, preparing job proposals.
Yes.
Third thing is like how to prepare for an interview after you get the first like after you clear the first interview, the employer will call you for an interview. How to prepare for an interview, that really helped me a lot, because the questions that I had in mind and the answers that I had in mind was totally different. Then Leo, I still remember, like after the first interview, he called me in the evening, I think 7 p.m. or something. And the questions that I prepared and what he prepared, like he told me, like it really made a difference to me, because it's the way of how to impress an employer. It's no doubt 100%. Like we follow that one, definitely. I still remember the things, what you told me. And also the reasoning behind every question they ask, not just simply being vague. That's the another takeaway. And lastly, it's being confident.
Yes.
That's the thing that helped me a lot.
Fantastic. So obviously this for those who are watching right now, I just want to really bring Ankit in, because I believe he will be setting a new expectation for you guys, because Ankit has a lot of challenges entering into this program that many students also have. So Ankit, if you can list out what were some of the challenges you have that were against you in landing this job, what would you say? Maybe top 3 or 4 like very difficult things.
What was like it's been a while that after finishing my studies, it's been a while I didn't look for any job. That was the second thing. I was not a permanent resident yet. I had limited working rights. So that was the main challenge. And then third was like looking for jobs like that are like not advertised, because I had no idea how to do it. And
Mm.
like after joining this program, I knew like how the third one was, lastly, how to prepare like resume, and how to prepare a cover letter, and how to overcome an employer rejection.
Yes. Tell them a bit about that, because I don't think you understand what that means. That employer rejection. Tell them, explain to them a bit about that.
Like if you join this program, you have a tailor-made manual or a book of like how to you can overcome an employer rejection, because when an employer rejects you, it'll tell you what are the reasons that you can follow. And they have like I think it is a 1 month or no 60-day
60-day, yeah, follow-up plan. Yeah.
follow-up plan, how to follow up an employer after applying for the job, how to call them. Like if you applied for a job, he'll tell you how to like do what are the next steps, so that the employer can remember you. And also when you go for an interview, what all to get, like suppose the gift thing and all, it'll really like will make you stand out from the others.
Yes. So you say the first challenge you got was the fact that you haven't been you have finished your study for a while, and you haven't got that experience for like quite a few years, and that kind of like against you. It makes things a lot harder for you, isn't it? And is there any other challenges? It may be about their experience. You do not have much experience as well. Can you just talk to them about that too?
I didn't have I had just theoretical knowledge, but didn't have any practical experience. I just did an internship, which was a while ago, and after this COVID, I had no experience, totally nothing. Then this is like from the start, I had to start. So many employers were reluctant to hire someone new.
Yes.
Because they wanted.
Your experience was a big challenge against you too. How about the visa? Tell them even your visa is not even easy to your visa stuff going on.
I was on student visa with limited working rights, and getting a PR was very hard. The only reason was getting a job. So, and that's how like I joined this program, and then Leo helped me a lot. Yeah, and then I'm here now.
Okay, now for those who are waiting for the story of you, so tell me in the end what happened to you. What was the good news today? Tell everyone what happened today.
This is like I had gone for an interview once, and then again they asked me for interviews twice. The second interview, I thought like, and Leo also said it's nothing, it's just simple. I think I went, it was like more challenging. I said I'm gone, because the interview was literally in that way. It was really cold that day, and I was sweating because they're asking me questions like, oh my god, I was like, I had any answer. Like I was literally, my face and all was red, because three people, one was the main guy, so he didn't ask much questions, but the two people others, they asked me questions like this and that, and that too much technical things. So I was like totally gone. I mean, I won't. Then luckily, I mean, whatever I said was right. Otherwise, I wouldn't get this job. And then the employer just called me today and said like, what are you doing next Monday? I said nothing much. Then he said, okay, let's get started. But I thought like maybe it's for another interview, because they are calling me for the interviews again and again. So then he said, no, we'll get started. And then like next Monday, I have to start. Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow, what a story. Now, maybe a bit of, tell them a bit about the job itself. Was it advertised? Tell everybody a bit about this role.
The job wasn't advertised at all. It was Leo who called them. I'm Leo. We did the calling, and they said at this time there was no job available, and they asked. The thing is like, that's a good thing about this program. They'll say, okay, there's no job at this moment, but the good thing, you have to follow up with them. Then we followed up with them, and then luckily the employer said, okay, there's a big job coming in, and you can apply. And so you are the first person that you applied. Then when he had advertised, then you applied for this job before the job was advertised. Then only he advertised his role, and then he had a couple of like interviews and stuff. So like that's what every time he told me, like you were one step ahead of us. So
wow.
Like we got a head start in you. Always like at the employer stable. Before I was thinking about a position, you were one step ahead of us. That's what I feel. Yeah, that's the key thing that changed this.
Wow, wow. So guys, if you're listening to what Ankit is trying to say, he was saying that this job, and like I said in our program, years and many times, if those who are already in our program, they know this. 80% of the jobs in this country, or potentially 90%, are never advertised. And what I did was, on that day, I say, I really want to help this guy. And to be honest with you, Ankit, when I first took you on the program, I really doubt myself, because I really think, should I take him on or not? Because the problem is, once I help someone, I will help someone till the end. I'm not going to leave you guys like midway. But then I realized, damn, this guy on student visa, he don't have any experience. He's already used up his 485. His English is not that good. He doesn't know how to present himself. Everything was against me. Everything was about, no, Leo, say no to him. Say no to him. But then there's something about you, like, I think that I want to help you, because I was like you at one stage. And I know how it feels. You know, you go to different Asians, you ask for help, and all they want you to do is just to do another master, right? Do another degree. And I'm like, okay, let me help this guy. And throughout the process, you remember, I always push you throughout the process. Tell everybody about that.
Yeah, the thing is, in between, like after these sessions were over, I thought, yeah, okay, we'll apply. And because I was working and I was so tired, but like I really had no hope, you know. But this guy used to call me again and again. Like I always like see how much more than me he was interested. That's what I felt many times. But if I look back, I was thinking about this one. You know, he used to call me morning, evening. I was thinking more than really. I'm not joking. Like if you like join this program, you will really benefit from this one, because I am telling you from my experience, not simply he didn't pay me to tell anything.
Thank you. Yes.
Because I was really like, because I had like at one point I was working and stuff, so tired. I wasn't well, but he was again calling me, do this resume, and he wanted it immediately. So the thing is, moment you like take it for the next day, then you become more like lazy or something. But he wanted it immediately, 1 hour, 2 hour. So that thing, yeah, really, it will push you. I mean, it will push you to work for something, you know.
Exactly, because I know that if I don't call you, Ankit, I know for sure you will give up. I know, I feel that already. I feel that happening.
And even the first time when I went for the interview, he called me in the morning. He called me after this thing. Every time he used to call me. My name or something, he called me up early morning and stuff.
Yes. Because I really want this for you, Ankit. It's not just you, but whoever I help, I will go to the end with them. I really want to do that. And that is why this program is the only program that works, because do you think there's any other program like this in the country?
No way. But more than the program, I feel it's the person who is helping us out. I mean, it's program, we can design any program, but the thing is the person also should be 100% genuine. And that's why it's like it's working a lot, because the person behind this, like he will, if you trust him, like if you join this program, trust me, like 100%, you will get a job. I mean, if you follow the instructions and follow what Leo says, you will definitely reach your goal. That's what actually matters. I mean, because, and he will he will tell you all the tips and strategies, what is needed, which many of them, like I wasn't sure about it initially.
Tell them about the border of why. I think that's nice. Tell them about the border of why.
Oh yeah, because
that makes a lot of difference. You agree? That makes a lot of difference.
100%, definitely. Because you know, before the interview one day, so he said, what you getting tomorrow? I said, like, what, Leo? I just prepared for the interview. And he said, get him a gift. So I said, really? I was in two state of mind. I wasn't sure. Then he said, just get a bottle, because it was too late, and that it was lockdown and stuff here. So he said to get a bottle of wine and wrap it in a gift paper. So I was still not sure, because the employer will think like, you know, something, because you don't know the employer as well. So he will think something bad. Then I thought like, okay, let's do what he says. So I bought that evening, and next day I gave him the wine, and he was really happy. I said, and he said like we had two people, we were two people who were interviewing me. So he said I have to share it with the other person as well. So I wasn't sure. And next time I came, he said, "Where is the bottle of wine?" So he was a bit funny as well.
Exactly, exactly, and it really makes him like you more. You see, remember those three things I told you to get a job. Can you tell everybody? Start with what?
I thought,
No, like, and trust. Remember, I tell you this all the time. Know, like, and trust. So if you want an employer to hire you, first of all, you got to get known.
Yep.
So in this case, me and Ankit, we make the employer know who Ankit is, because I actually call the employer and I say, my name is Ankit, right? And trust me, man, I nailed it. He told me, Leo, I'm so sorry, Ankit, we're not hiring anyone. And I say, Mr. Employer, that is fine. I know you're not hiring anyone. Are you thinking about expanding and maybe down the road you might need me? And he said, yes, maybe, just maybe we might win a project in the near future and we might need you for a few hours. So that was when I called him and he said that to me. And I say, Mr. Employer, even if you give me 1 or 2 days, I'm happy to work for you. And then you are lucky, then we follow up, right? We follow up and he told you about that thing, which makes a whole lot of difference, okay? So probably the last question here, Ankit, is for those people who are maybe, about to lose hope. And you were there at one stage, you were like that. You were losing hope. So what are the 2 or 3 things you want to say to them to maybe get out of that and get the professional job they deserve?
I think first thing is don't lose hope, because there is a ray of hope at the end. Second thing is don't go to people simply who will like take up this course and this thing, because it's like that's momentary. That thing will not last, because by the end of this course the rules will change and they'll say, oh, we can't do anything. They'll leave you. I mean, go to people who really know about it, who have been through this one, because all agents, they have hired just people simply there and they don't know anything. They simply look at the computer and like, okay, this changes, this is changed. So that anyone can do. Go with someone who really knows what it is, who knows the job market in the area, and knows how to tackle them as well, because that's very important. And that's what I give advice, like those people who haven't join this program, you will get what you really wanted if you follow all the tips and tricks that Leo says, and the program has it for you, and do your thing. He'll ask you for many things. I mean, if you really follow them 100%, you will get a result in no time.
Thank you very much. And one last question here is, now that we got this deal done, so you're going to start on Monday. So what is your plan moving forward? So what is the plan after this? So everybody can get an idea. What's your plan after this?
Monday, my plan is firstly to get used to what all work they do, and also the staff as well. What are the current projects they're working on, and create a schedule of how, because initially it'll take me like a week or 2 weeks or maybe a month to get used to what they do. They have a couple of staffs and they do a lot of works. So it'll take me some time to get used to it. The first few weeks I'll just do a bit of induction and stuff, like knowing each and every person, knowing what the company does, knowing the strengths and weaknesses, and what is the vision of the company, engaging with them, and then slowly starting getting used to what work they do, and giving, because it's like a new role, so I want to give my 100%.
Exactly. And does it now, so as I told you this morning earlier as well, is the first thing is just got to keep your head low and just keep doing the right thing, keep working hard, do not think that now I'm on top of the world, really just stay humble and do the right thing, and we will emerge as a victor, right? So do the right thing. And obviously, guys, if you're watching this, one of the things that make Ankit come to me as well is because ultimately he wants to be able to apply for his visa, which is, I hope most of you watching my channel, it's the same thing that you guys want ultimately. And this is something that all the other Asians don't tell you, is getting a good job, professional job, is the fastest and quickest way to get a PR. You agree with me on that, Ankit?
200%.
Exactly, right. And that's why Ankit came to me. He's like, I'm tired of studying. I don't want to do this blah, 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 blah diploma that I'm doing. I really want to get a professional jobs. And that is the ultimate goal, is once we work in this job for probably 1 or 2 months, we're going to work on his file. We're going to help him with his visa, because ultimately that's where we want him to be. And guys, trust me, if you join our program, and like Ankit said earlier, I'm actually want you to get the job more than you want it. So because sometimes I feel like, does this guy really want a job? Because I always the guy who chase him. And sometimes I feel like, what the hell, right? Ankit, is this?
Also, like being confident in you, because he always motivates me. Many times I wasn't motivated. I still tell, like, I wasn't like that much sure. I wasn't confident, but this guy was really confident than me. That's really, because when you have someone who motivates you, who encourages you, you automatically feel that positive vibe in you. When you go to people, they only say, oh, this won't happen, this won't happen, this won't happen. So when you say no, we hear no, you become already a negative, like there's a negative vibe around you. But the Leo always says, he is very positive. Everything he gives you a ray of hope. That's actually, it's very important in this world, because mentally you feel so strong, which I feel you can do. I mean, if you are positive, if you're mentally strong, you can achieve wonders. Then if you're a negative person or you have a negative attitude, you can't do anything. So that's what I feel like. He was really positive. He was really into it. And that's why I suggest anyone, like 100%, I'll say, just join this program and do what he says. Simply don't just join and simply sit, but do what he says. You'll definitely get a job, because there are a lot of things that you don't know, and this program will teach you many things.
Got you, Ankit. Thank you so much for your nice word, and I wish you very best of luck. I want you to keep pushing, keep that mental attitude, and keep impressing the employer every day. You got to keep impressing the employer. Don't think that now you got the job, you're good. Things could change in a snap of a finger. So always keep your head low. Really be nice to everybody. Treat them with respect. Do the work. Stay extra hours if you have to, and make sure the work is done. At the end of the day, make sure the work is done. Keep learning. And if I were you, I would keep, I keep a notes with me, and every time I go to work, I might take some notes down, and even go back. I'm going to revise it, and I'm going to ask a lot of questions. Okay, and I'm sure if you do that, Ankit, this will be the stepping stone for a lot more good things happening to you.
Definitely.
Because do you agree with me that the first job is always the hardest, and then the second, the third will be easy? You agree with me on that?
Definitely.
Right, the first one is the hardest. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope that this story will inspire you, because I have enough of all these Asians and all these students telling me, guys, you cannot get a job if you're on student visa. You cannot get a job if you're not a PR, if you're not a citizen. You cannot get a job if you are not have any experience. Ankit, he is the example of none of that is true. Okay, if he can do it, everybody else can. Okay, you just have to look for the right help. I have helped more people with student visa to get professional job than ever, more than anybody in this country. I can assure you guys that. Okay, thank you for your time, Ankit. All the best. Get your movement upcoming. Make sure you move there ASAP before something else changes with this whole drama. Get that whole thing up and running. I don't want any more drama. Don't let that COVID deter you. Okay, you take care. Tell everybody about us. Okay, tell them about us, so let them help them. Okay, bye. Talk soon. Bye.